What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 with a 7900M gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're going to try out Doom the Dark Ages again, but at 1440p. Now, it was basically just skimming by at 1200p. So unless there was some bottleneck or something, we'll probably have to rely on FSR to keep us over the 60 FPS mark. But who knows? Sometimes I've came in here and I've gotten like the exact same FPS I've gotten at 1200p at 1440, and I'm sitting here like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Either way, I'm hoping OBS works this time, but if it's anything like G50 Advantage, it hopefully will. Because the G50 Advantage did not want to work on just the laptop itself, but the second I hooked up an external monitor, all of a sudden it let me start using OBS again. So we'll go and get ourselves a little gameplay with OBS if it works, or if I have to, I'll point the damn camera right at the screen the whole time. Either way, you will get your gameplay. So in any case, let's get into the game. So first we'll try doing native 1440. Judging by what FPS we're getting in this menu, though, I don't think we're going to get quite playable FPS. And later on, I try turning on that compute thing, but it doesn't seem to help out AMD as much as it did on my NVIDIA 5090 PC. Turning that off made me get like under 60 FPS. Turning it back on made me get like 80 to 90 and like never dropping under 60. But didn't seem to do anything for the AMD systems, but I still wanted to come back and try it out anyway. But anyway, let's get into the game, shall we?
We will not leave here until the heart of Argent is found. It is close.
The Horde will tear this village to pieces, but our time is running out. Soon, the humans will summon him.
King Novi, we found their entry point. It doesn't make sense, sir.
The barrier is still holding, but our scans show that 3 portals were opened from inside the village.
The demons couldn't get past the barrier, so their followers are letting them in. Thera!
The transports. How much time?
Get me the new bishop. Valen's armored division is still an hour away.
We could try and launch the Atlians.
There's no time. Bishop Creed. We need him.
Commander. Thera, this temple must remain guarded.
The village of Colleen is a mining settlement. If it falls, everything will be destroyed, including your Sentinel energy reserves.
Launch the Slayer.
Total purification targeted for the village of Colleen.
Now we'll do some FSR on quality. Now FSR gets you more FPS, doesn't look as nice, but the XESS doesn't give as much, quite as much FPS. It's like 4 or 5 FPS less, but it looks a little bit better. So you can pick your poison. I just decided to go with FSR because I figured people playing AMD cared more about FPS than looks, but the option's there if you want it. Anyway, game time.
Entry. Do you have a lock on the Slayer's location? Confirmed. Weapon drop incoming in 3, 2, 1. Target's under lockdown.
There's a key in the nearby church. Route him the location.
Now we're going to use this percent from compute. I turned that off and it did a huge number on the FPS. So I turned it back on my 5090 PC and it gave me a lot more FPS, so I figured let's see what it's like on AMD systems. Didn't really look like it really helped very much, if at all. But I still wanted to try, just to do my due diligence after all, after finding that out. But now, let's get back into the game.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated. Ensign, do you have a lock on the Slayer's location?
Confirmed. Weapon drop incoming in 3, 2, 1. The main gate is under lockdown.
There's a key in the nearby church. Route him the location.
Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay. Sucks having a knee on the ground like this, but it's funner using keyboard and mouse than a controller for this game, so I'm just dealing with it. Hello, you. Goodbye. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Still getting used to keyboard mouse. I played mostly with controller. Even though I suck with it, it was just way easier to do. But now, that we're to these systems, much better. Hit the right button this time. Alright, now that I'm done with my stoner antics, let's continue.
Ground zero. Relocated. The portals will collapse.
Alright, that's one portal down. Oh, hello.
to the south bay. Incoming.
A Titan has been summoned.
Alright, and I think this is a good spot to stop. So let's go wrap the video on up, shall we? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Doom the Dark Ages on the Alienware M18 with a 7900M at 1440p. And couldn't quite get 60 plus native 1440, but with a little help from FSR, you can go ahead and you can get 60 plus. Same thing with Intel. I used Intel too. It looked a little better, but got less FPS, and I figured in an FPS game, people care more about FPS more than looks, so I decided to go with FSR. The one was like, in the area I started recording in, was getting like 73, 74 FPS. The other one getting like 78, 79 FPS. So not a huge difference, but figured screw it. Let's just do that. I feel a lot of people would disagree and say I'd rather have the better looks, so hey, lose like 4 FPS and have a little bit better quality with the Intel upscaler. But I just figured, you know, FPS game, FPS, more, good. So, you know, can't please everybody though. But in any case, I think it handled it pretty damn good considering this has got ray tracing baked in, and AMD generally does not do very well. Up until very recently with the 9000 series with ray tracing, they seem like they're starting to get decent with the upscaling and the ray tracing finally. So next, they just need to make like a really badass top of the line card, and then I'll upgrade my 7900 XTX. But until then, I'm just going to chill with that instead of getting the, what is it, the 9070 XT, which is still a great card, and it's better at ray tracing and upscaling than my 7900 XTX, that's for sure. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Why don't we wrap up so we can go move on to that computer, in fact. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.